Hey everybody, my name is Ronaldo Offerman with Master School Dances. One of the things that I always get asked about is what do I put my lights in? You know, some of the lights we have in road cases, but other lights and cables, we put them in bags. And pretty much the bag that I use for everything is from Arriba cases. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the particular bag that I chose. This is the AC412S, but everything that I'm going to tell you pretty much fits for any of the Arriba bags. But hey, it's a viewer request video. I know you guys want to talk a little bit about bags and what bag works for me. Hopefully it'll work for you. Let's check it out. Now, the AC412S, or pretty much any of the cases from Arriba, come with obviously a couple of things. One, it comes with good solid handles with a grip, so you can obviously keep your handles together. Much easier to carry it, so this part isn't digging into your hand. You have the pocket, so you can see as far as, okay, well, you know, put your name, address. I just put my business card on there. It's good to go. And then I put my name and address, all that underneath. That way if the card falls out, the information is still on there. And the bags, you can write on them. You know, we just use a light silver marker so we can write what's on there. And luckily it hasn't come off even on the bags that we've had for a while. So that's pretty cool. You have your, obviously, your main pocket, and in the front you also have a front pocket. Pretty simple there. Now I bought this particular, the 412S, to fit one of my favorite parkings, and that's the ADJ dots. I know some of you have seen the review on it, and that was actually one of the questions that I received is, what do I carry these in? Well, here's your answer. Now the 412, or pretty much all the Arriba bags that I have, are very modular. And that means that I can pretty much shape and fit the bag to my needs. And what happens is, I'm going to take the dots out of here. We've got these lenses that I have on this side. Okay. And if you haven't seen my review on the ADJ dots part, make sure that you see that on my video on my YouTube channel. Basically, we've got these little dividers. And these aren't cheap dividers by any means. You know, they're actually, you know, they have some sort of strength to them. All right, but they're still soft. So I know they're not going to break the light. And there's some industrial Velcro on either side. So I can basically put it or shape it however I want. So we have there, and now I can fit two of my dots. I can fit the lenses, I can fit the clamps, the safety cables on each particular one. If you look here, before I put the other dot back in, if you look here again, it does have a little bit of padding on there. It keeps my lights protected. And the zipper, I know this sounds kind of crazy, but if you see here, the zipper has like a little recessed part, right? So you have the zipper and there's this recessed cloth underneath. Now, I can tell you that what that has done for me, so I had one of these, and I did this with one of the older bags that I talked about. I had another Arriba bag with the same type of stitching, the same type of layout, that it was in the back of my van, and it rained, and unfortunately leaked inside the van. It leaked all over the Arriba bag, and I freaked out because that's where some of my personal equipment was. And I'm not saying these things are waterproof, but what I am saying is that it kept the equipment from getting wet. It pretty much absorbed the water, and unlike a cheaper bag where the zipper doesn't have any protection or anything underneath, it would seep right through. Well, luckily it didn't happen. It was on the inside part, and all this stuff was completely dry. So that was really nice to know. Again, I'm not saying, and certainly Arriba's not saying, that these bags are waterproof, but they were made to protect you from everything. And I guess, you know, a rusty van with water coming through does count as part of everything. So good job, guys. So I'm going to put this back in here. Now here's my question, or the question that I get asked. Does it protect my equipment? Well, I wouldn't be putting it on here and letting other DJs use my stuff if it didn't protect my equipment. Look, here's the honest truth is, if you're a multi-op, your guys will never take care of your equipment as well as you do. Heck, sometimes you don't take care of your equipment as you should. So it's nice to know that when something gets thrown in and slammed around, that it's going to be protected by the bag on the front, the back, and everything else. If I, you know, have a couple of the smaller bags that I use to carry some of my moving heads, and the question is, well, what keeps the head from, you know, getting broken or the yoke from getting pushed around? And the answer is, you cannot protect that with a bag. That's not possible. But the Arriba bags that I got were big enough that the foam inserts that my light came with and everything went in there. So I have my light with the foam inserts. It goes inside, and I'm good to go. Now, why would I do that over a road case for some particular moving heads? Well, space. Space is important, and moving head road cases can take up a lot of space depending on the design of the road case. So some of my moving heads are in road cases, some of them are in the original foam inserts that it came with, and then they go in the Arriba bag. Or some of my other lights, such as my ADJ tri or quad phases, or black lights. And I even use some of the, there's a bag that Arriba made for junction blocks, for trussing junction blocks, like the Global Truss ones. And instead of using it for my junction blocks, I use it to hold all my wires in what I call my gig bag, all my emergency backup stuff, because it's a heavy bag and this bag can hold the weight. But again, this is called the 412S. It's just a great bag. And you know, if you do, something happens and you do break the zipper, as I have done before, because I'm rough on my bags, it does have 2 zippers, so that's kind of nice too. There we go. Well made. Stitching doesn't tear off, and it can hold quite a bit of weight on it. Again, we have in here, we have 6 of the dots pars, and that's with the clamps, with the safety cables, with the wiring. That's a decent amount of weight for a traditional bag to hold. So again, that is the Arriba case. This is the 412S. I also have like a 425 that I use for the triphases or the smaller moving heads, such as the pocket spot. But this can hold pretty much par cans. It can hold a bigger moving head if you have the foam inserts for it. It can hold wiring, I mean, pretty much whatever you want to do. And that's thanks to its modularity with the dividers that are held together by Velcro. And it's pretty strong Velcro, so you're good to go there. So again, my name is Arnaldo Hoffman with Master School Dances. Thank you guys so much. Good night and God bless.